Look, it doesn't matter where you come from, what ethnicity you are, how successful you are, how much money you make, how much money you don't make, what career you come from, where you were born, what color your skin is. None of that matters. One thing that does matter, and one thing that I need everybody to realize, that at some point or another in our path through life, we are always going to go through hell. And it's gonna suck. But let me tell you something, life and business is just like the changing seasons. Guys, welcome back to Public Comments. I know it has been a very hot minute since we've put anything out on this channel, and I will own up to that 100%. I've been busy, to say the least, with other things, other businesses, traveling, things like that. So I haven't had the time or the intention to put, the right intention to put, or the energy, I should say. I haven't had the time, the energy, or the right intention to put anything out or record something new, but I felt a very strong urgency to make this video because I know a lot of people right now, especially myself included. I've seen people on social media post about this. I've seen people. I've had conversations with people that have told me certain situations through their personal life. Just I feel like there's this thing in the air, and if you can relate, I'm speaking directly to you. At some point or another, God is going to test our ability to hold it down, right? Life, and in business and in life, I'm speaking directly about life right now, but it 100% relates to business as well. It's just like the changing seasons. What do I mean by that, right? I live in the Midwest. So in the Midwest, there's spring, there's the summer, there's the fall, and there's the winter, right? In the winter, it sucks. Like, it is god awful in the winter. It's almost like unbearably cold sometimes. It's dark, it's gloomy. You don't want to go do anything. You don't want to go outside. You don't even want to go to the grocery store. It can get that bad. If you live in the Midwest, I'm sure that you can relate. Right? In the fall, it's cool. It's not too cold. It's not too hot. You can wear hoodies, some sweatpants, be nice and cozy, right? Some bonfires, some s'mores, pumpkins, Halloween, all that kind of stuff, right? Fall is pretty cool. Summer is like all-time highs, right? Amazing vibes. Summertime shy is absolutely amazing out here in Chicago. Summertime is the best time. It's my favorite season, right? For summertime. And then the spring is where things are kind of like getting back, right? It's right after winter. After winter, the weather kind of starts changing. You start seeing the sun a little bit more. You start getting more excited that it's about to be summer. But here's the thing. In life, we have seasons as well. So it doesn't always correlate directly to the season that's happening outside. For example, when you're going through really good stuff, right? And everything is just lining up the way it's supposed to be. You're happy-go-lucky to work. You're smiling on a Monday morning. You feel good. You feel very abundant. You feel very happy. You're just excited to do everything, to hang out with your friends and family, right? Spend the holidays together, all that kind of stuff. Go out on boat rides, things like that you would do in the summer that make you feel really, really good. That's what happens when you're having all-time highs in your life. Maybe you just got a promotion. Maybe the boy or girl that you've been going after finally decided to give you a chance. Maybe you made more money, you closed a deal, whatever happened, you moved into a new place, you moved into a new city, you got a new car, something along those lines happens, and you feel amazing. You just feel like, what could possibly go wrong? That is summertime. Okay? That's summertime. And then what happens is now the fall starts happening, right? I want you guys to understand that life is like a roller coaster. Right? It's up and down, up and down, up and down. It's like the markets, right? It's like the stock market, the crypto market, the Forex market. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. Always, constantly. You have to really be prepared for that next move, either up or down. And what happens is sometimes during the fall, the season starts changing in our life. And maybe our promotion that we just got, maybe now they just gave us more responsibility and things just got a little bit harder. Or maybe you just moved into a new house and you forgot that you got to buy curtains and trash cans and dishes and all this other stuff. And that wasn't in your budget. And you're like, man, I was doing so good. And now things just got a little bit rough. Like here in the Midwest, it gets a little bit cold. Sometimes it's too cold to go outside. Sometimes it's gloomy and raining, right? It might be icy outside, right? And then what happens is then the winter comes, right? Now, a lot of you guys have seen Game of Thrones, and there's a famous saying, winter is coming, right? Winter is coming. I've never seen Game of Thrones, but I associate that to that winter. When winter is coming, when I hear that, I think, man, oh man, shit, winter's coming. Like it's a bad association. And that can happen in our life a lot of times. Look, tell you guys something very personal. I just lost a very close friend of mine. And for the last week or so, I've been going through winter in my mind, right? What I mean by that is things just, no matter how sunny it is outside, things just don't necessarily look right to me, right? I feel like I have no desire or motivation sometimes, and that is just the winter. It's just a phase. So I want to speak to you if you're going through some stuff right now. Maybe I saw somebody said on social media that they have 30 days to leave their apartment, after they have, no money to do so. They have 30 days to leave their apartment, and now they're stuck somewhere trying to figure out what to do. I saw another post of someone saying that because they got sick, they had all these thoughts and emotions crumbled up because it was summertime in their life. They had all this stuff and emotions bundled up, so when they got sick they were in bed, and then all that stuff came out, and so winter started happening in their mind. Depression and anxiety started coming back, right? I know people that are losing loved ones, right? Maybe lost a job, or something happened along those lines. And I want you guys to understand. Maybe you're having family issues, or friend issues, or girlfriend, or boyfriend, or wife, or husband issues. Nothing lasts forever, okay? Every season will always pass. Every season will always pass. After fall is always winter. After winter is always spring, right? So what can we do when we start feeling some type of way? When we start going through winter in our mind, or maybe talk a little bit about business real quick, right? Maybe in your business, maybe things aren't going so well. Maybe your business is decreasing in customers or clients, right? Maybe your business is stagnant. Maybe you're not going either up or down, and you just feel like you're stuck, right? That could be a winter in your business. So what can we do when winter comes? All we can do, and the number one thing, I heard this from Jim Rohn. I did not make this up myself, right? Jim Rohn is the person that introduced me to personal development. What we can do, and all we can do, and what we should do during the winter time is get better, get stronger, get wiser, get smarter, right? So that when springtime comes around, we're ready, we're prepared, we're ready for the new, for planting new seeds. I forgot, I had a blank on what that was called. But if you're going through some shit right now, I want you to know this, right? I want you to listen and understand that nothing lasts forever. God has a plan for you, right? Maybe you've been praying for God to give you patience. God is not just going to be like, here you go, my son or daughter, here's some patience. And then you just magically wake up the next day with 10 times more patience. That's not how it works. He's going to put you through situations, people, circumstances that are going to require you to learn patience, right? In life and in business. Maybe you're going through some shit financially, right? But you have these ginormous goals. You have ginormous goals of making 6, 7, 8 figures, right, in your lifetime. And right now, you feel like you don't even have a single dollar. That is not by coincidence. That is God. My understanding of that situation is that is God putting you through the exact situation to see if you're worthy. To see if you're worthy of receiving the things that it is that you claim you want in your life, right? So if you're going through some shit right now in your business or in your personal life, understand that is temporary. Nothing lasts forever, and winter always passes. And what comes after winter, right? For the last 6,000, 7,000 years that the earth has been around, or for as long as humans have had consciousness, how long has that been? What always happens after winter? Spring. Spring comes around, right? So if you're going through some shit right now and you're listening to this, I want you to understand that number one, you're not alone. Okay? Every person, regardless of their time freedom, their financial freedom, their friends, their family, their success, their level of success, their level of financial success or time freedom, whatever it is that you feel like, man, this person has it all, I promise you, every single person goes through some shit. Everybody, all the time, goes through some shit. They might not show it publicly like a lot of other people on social media. They might not express it, right, to you when you're on the phone with them, but I guarantee you this, every person, whether it's in their life or in their business, always goes through winter time. But the good news is that after winter, spring always comes around. Now here is the cool thing, right? So if you're listening to this and right now you feel like you're in a state of winter in your life or in your business, I want you to pay real close attention to what I'm about to say, because it could completely change the aspect of the trajectory of your life. Spring is a time to go harder. You have to go 10 times harder, right? If in your life you feel like everything's going bad, right, financially, make sure that you understand where your money's going, how much is coming in, how much is going out. Be 100% accurate with your spending. If in your business you feel like your customer base is decreasing, understand that you need to do inventory of that and be able to provide different solutions so that you can retain more customers. You need to double down on your strengths during springtime, because during the spring is a time to prepare. It's a time to prepare for the next winter, right? Because every single year, right? Every single year, there's always spring, summer, fall, and winter. So in your life, there will always be seasons. There will be spring, summer, winter, fall, right? Maybe not in that order. And that's another thing too. Sometimes they don't happen in that order. Sometimes you could go through summer in your life and then boom, the next day winter hits. And you're like, damn, everything was so good and now everything just went to shit, right? So you have to understand. You have to recognize and be aware of what season you are in your life. What season is happening right now, right? Are you going through some shit? Are you going through winter? If not, are you getting out of that? Right? Do you feel like you're finally climbing back financially, emotionally, spiritually, finally climbing out of that hole that you've been in for the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks or months? Do you feel like you're finally getting back on your feet? That is spring. And that is time for you to double down on audiobooks, on reading, on praying, on visualizing what it is that you want, on getting stronger physically and mentally, right? You need to make sure that you're doubling down on your strengths during the springtime. After spring, every single time after spring comes summer. And summer is a time for you to not necessarily enjoy, right? But it's a time for you to take care of the things that you've been planting during the spring, all the seeds that you've been planting. Guard your mind from negative people, negative circumstances, negative situations. Don't go put yourself in situations that are going to bring back those emotions or that are going to drain your bank account like they did before. Don't go put yourself in those situations when you feel like you're finally getting back on your feet, because that is summertime. Summertime is for you to hold it down, for you to take care of the stuff that you've been planting and the stuff that you've been planting and the stuff that you've been preparing for after the winter, during the spring and fall. Fall is a season of harvest. So fall, you will reap the benefits of what you sow in the fall, right? Now, this is something very important. Very, very important. Just like a seed that gets planted in the ground for let's say tomatoes, right? Let's say that you want to grow tomatoes in your garden. You plant a seed in the spring, you take care of it during the summer, and it harvests in the fall. That exact same scenario happens with our life, with ideas, with goals. You need to plant seeds in the springtime. You need to take care of those seeds during the summer, and you harvest in the fall. You enjoy the fruits in the fall. not in the summer, not right after the spring, right? Because if you plant a tomato seed, you're not going to get a tomato until 3, 4, 5 months later, right? That's not how it works. You don't just get a tomato the next day. You have to be patient. You have to be understanding of the seasons that you're going through and understand that it's a certain cycle that happens over and over and over and over and over again. And that cycle is never going to stop. So be aware of what season you are in your life. Understand that it's always, no matter what, it's always going to pass. Always going to pass. No matter how hard you feel like, man, I just don't know if I'm going to get out of this one. I talked to somebody today and they were like, man, I know God gives us, challenges, but man, why did he have to give me all the freaking challenges in one plate? Like, I can't eat that many challenges. Listen, everything has its purpose and nothing is happening to you. Everything is happening for you. So just remember that life and your business is like the changing seasons, and it's always going to be a revolving season. So become aware of what season you're in. Become aware of what you need to do, what actions you need to do, and become aware of what season is coming next so that you can be fully prepared and be fully ready to take on that next season and the year after that and the year after that and the year after that. Guys, I appreciate you watching so much. If this video, if this touches you, right, if you've been going through some shit like myself, like other people that I've been having conversations with, share this video. You never know who this is going to touch. I appreciate your time. Thank you for the support. I'll catch you guys on the next